today at World Travel Market we launched our latest edition of Megatrends Shaping the Future of Travel, which we're very pleased to do. Euromonitor International, we've been working with WTM for over 14 years, and so it's always a great pleasure to be here and to meet with destinations and travel brands and launch the latest trends. Well, in the report we look across 4 key regions. So when you take a region like Europe, what we're seeing is the Greta effect, which is the influence of Greta Thunberg. So last year we had the big shift in attitudes against plastics, and now this year with Greta Thunberg being very high profile and pro-sustainability, we're seeing a shift in consumer attitudes towards sustainability, with around 60% of global consumers saying that they're worried about climate change. And so Greta Thunberg has mobilized the youth of today to have their sort of weekly climate strikes, and there's a lot of concern amongst consumers about wanting to travel responsibly. So off the back of this, we've seen a couple of new digital tools being launched. One is the Klimatsmart Semester, which is a Swedish initiative that is a carbon calculator that calculates the carbon emissions per trip and then shows you alternatives which are more sustainable so that you can actually make the most informed choice when you're traveling. When you look at a region like the Americas, we have identified a trend called online moves offline, which is where we're seeing the rise of social media influencers having more of an important role in travel, not just in the booking and the discovery stage and inspiration stage, but also in the booking stage. So, for example, we have identified a couple of social media influencers that have started up their own tour operating companies. For example, Traveling Jackie, who began life with a podcast and a blog, and then has recently moved into operating tours out of Patagonia, and that has helped her, shift from a budget proposition to a luxury proposition. Equally, tour operators such as Black Girls Travel Too, that have a very strong media presence on Instagram, where they're helping to change beliefs and attitudes towards African American women and how they can travel. And then this tour operator has developed off the back of social media to really encourage and promote African women to be confident and travel abroad, go beyond the usual places to explore South Africa, India, and Europe. When you look at a region like Asia, it's very innovative and dynamic. So it's always fascinating to look at the developments in Asia. It's the fastest growing market for inbound arrivals, growing about 6%. This year we've identified it as a major hub of innovation. When you look at brands like Oyo Hotels and Rooms, they are growing so quickly. Having launched in 2013, they are really helping to wire up the budget hotel sector. They're now have expanded very fast across Asia into the US and UK, so very much on a global expansion shift at the moment. Equally, in terms of Asia, we have the super apps. These are lifestyle apps that also cater to travel needs. So Maitian Diamping, you've got Gojek, you've got Grab, you've got Line, got WeChat, and they have billions of users. And so it's very interesting to see these super apps where you can conduct your every need that you have, whether it's like ordering food, ordering a taxi, or booking a hotel room. You can conduct from a single app without even having to leave that platform. The future of travel definitely looks robust. I think that this industry has shown that it's highly resilient. There are some major headwinds in the global economy at the moment. We are seeing a slowdown in arrivals growth and receipts, but the travel industry has some great travel brands and destinations, as I said, very resilient and able to adapt. And I think taking a digital mindset approach to your future development is essential to ensure that survival and making sure that you remain relevant to consumers.